Yeah. Right, clocks and doomsday clocks and shit like that. I've made a clock. I made one a few years back. That's it. And it was called my doomsday clock. Since you've been sticking it in the news, it's actually hiding amongst my cash. Everything here is 2020. I assure you, I did this clock. I hope you can see that. Couldn't give a shit if you couldn't. I couldn't care if it's all blurry, because it seems to be whenever I do anything, it's all blurry. Yeah. So you've got it like, what, 90 seconds to midnight, so it's stupid. But you couldn't give a fuck, to be honest. Because you've created a living hell. Yes, you have. So let's just make sure we get this in all its glory. Okay. So, there we are. I hope you can see that. Can you see that? Okay, can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? Probably not, no. Can you see that? Can you see any of it? Yeah, it does actually. Now, I don't know what the hell I was saying, give them up. Because obviously I'm a spiritual scientist, and that's whatever was in the news and whatever I was being fucked with at the time. So, it may or may not make sense to anybody. But yeah, I'm only as good as the day. But we're here. You created hell. And this is hell. You're on borrowed time. Yeah. And when I upload something to Google Photos, I expect the same thing back. I do. I don't expect image 1, image 2, when it was clearly called something like, yo, government, go fuck yourself. You see, that's not the date. No, that's the date that you decided to put it back on here. And the only reason it's here is it's got pictures, daybook cash. But I put quite a few photos on, in the Google Sky bollocks. And when I wanted to bring them back down, they didn't have the original file name. It was only as good as the date that it said it was. You see, this is another thing I'm not happy about at all. Yeah, look at this. Can you see that? You've got me taking screenies, yeah, and photos from all over the world. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Look at this. Yeah. This is what you're saying. You're saying I'm taking photographs from all over the world. Yeah. You're calling me names. You've called me everything under the goddamn sun. I'm not putting up with your rampant shit. Yeah. I don't know what you're trying to suggest I am. Yeah. But I'll tell you what you are. Evil. Pure, unadulterated evil. Yes, you are. You're doing the ice break thing again with me. It's part of the mentally ill team of the NHS. Ice break, bats, balls and bases. Yes, you are. I've got a goddamn tuning fork out there. And the National Grid over there. There was a fence at the back. They've been in there with scaffolding. They've put in an orange bloody thing with a whole bunch of shit in. The lights are on now. The alarm has been going off. It was going off when Marcon came out to do a refit. The alarm was going off then. There was at least 5 or 6 alarms, and now you're lucky if you hear one. Yeah. And when I was trying to record it, people came out of nowhere and started coughing all over it. Yeah. Then I had to do it again, and then bugger me, it started going in the background, and then a fucking crow started crowing. It's just a joke. That tuning fork that you've created on the back of the fence there, made out of 2 scaffolding poles. You basically demolished the fence with 2 parts, and you put 2 scaffolding poles up. They're tuning forks, or whatever you want to call it, aerials, whatever it is. And that thing is pointed at me. Yeah. And I'll tell you another thing. When they realise what it takes to kill me, they can then change the algorithm to take the rest of you out. And that's why they're energy power crazy. Yeah. We all know who runs this shit show. It's called Yankee Doodle Dandyland. Yeah. Yeah. You're playing gaming theory. You're going round in circles. Yeah. You think you're playing a game. Some of you think you're looking back in time. I've had enough of it. You need to realise you're in my time. Not your time. Okay? I've been doing this for those interested in creating stuff. And remember, artist is autist. Another benefit from the mental health brigade. They're saying that artist is autist. You need to wake the fuck up.